doesn't take that rematch, after you beat him, would Charlo be the other option for, the fight?
Well, they know if he's going to take the fight. It's in the contract. So.
What's good, y'all? Terence Crawford, man. He's been wanting Jermell Charlo's head for a while now. You know what I mean? He's been bringing his name up for about a year or two now. And Jermell Charlo, he don't really like Crawford, man. He snap every time he hear the name Crawford. You know what I mean? And he kind of downplays the fight, which I disagree with. But I think Jermell Charlo, man, he ain't dropping no belts. So if Bud was to get past Earl Spence, you know what I mean, and Spence didn't want the rematch, but I think he'll be able to get Charlo. He said it's in the contract. You know what I mean? No way around it. And it could be true, man, because with Charlo, his next fight, he just got to fight Tim Tszyu. And I don't think him and Tim Tszyu is gonna fight before Spence and Crawford. So if Crawford was to beat Spence, Jermell Charlo would be free. You know what I mean? And Tim Tszyu taking another tune-up fight while he wait on Jermell Charlo. Trying to stay active, which is cool and all, but he might end up missing out on his shot at Undisputed. You know what I mean? Maybe he's been staying a little too active. Because if Charlo has the Crawford fight on the table, I think he'll take that fight over the Tim Tszyu fight. I think that's the biggest fight for Jermell Charlo. I've been saying that shit for the longest. Tim Tszyu, he's a big fight too, but he's risky, and I think he'll make less money in that fight. But compared to the Crawford fight, he said he made 10 million against Castano in the rematch. Imagine what he make against Bud. Probably about 15, 20. Who knows? Especially with Bud, if he was to knock out Errol Spence in fashion, he'd be like a hot commodity. I think Jermell would want to get in there with him and to avenge Spence. If anything, that's the build up right there. You got to come avenge your homie. They're gonna be talking about how Bud knocked out Spence or whatever throughout the whole build up. Now they gonna be about to fight down there at the press conferences. You gotta watch out for them two. Cause I think, man, it's real bad blood with Jermell and Bud. I think it's real bad blood. That'll be more entertaining compared to a Spence win the fight. Jermell and Spence, they probably won't be talking that much shit to each other. They gonna be all buddy buddy. They from Texas. All the Texas fans, they gonna be, oh, we don't care who wins the fight. It won't be a lot of bad blood compared to Jermell and Crawford. It's like I know that it's a possibility he knocks out Earl, but I would be shocked, man. Not shocked, but I'd be surprised if he did. And that'll make that Jermell Charlo fight huge, huge. Probably top 3 in boxing. You know what I mean? But I don't think if Earl was to lose, I think he'll want his rematch. I don't think I don't think Earl just gonna let Crawford walk away like that. You know what I mean? Too much pride. Errol Spence took a while to gather up all 3 of them belts, fought some decent competition, had to walk through the 5 for them belts. I know he ain't gonna just let Crawford just walk off with it now, is he? But if Bud was to fight Charlo, man, that'll be an all-time great fight right there. And Charlo might have to go straight into that fight, and that'll give Bud more of a chance because make Charlo more than a year out of the ring. You know what I mean? So that's a great storyline, though. We got to just see what happens with the fight, man. Hopefully, Spence and Crawford having good training camps, nothing going wrong, and we gonna see what's what.